We got them hats, got 'em. We got them hats, got 'em, got 'em. We got them hats, yes, yes. We got them hats, yeah, we got them hats. You name it, we got it. You cop it, we ship it, we drop it right to your door. Ship, drop it, right to your door.
I'm looking for a hat, drive around town and I need a cat. Where do I go? Where do I go? I got hats for sale.com.
You see what you like, you buy it, we ship it, it's coming your way. It's coming, ship it, it's coming your way. We got them hats.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm Van. We are all the LFR family. Thank y'all so much for pulling up and clicking the play button. Hopefully you hit that like button as well, for that is the only price of admission for our live streams, guys. As you can see, I got hatsforsale.com/LFR family on the screen. If you look inside of the link below, you'll see that if you put LFR10 inside of the when you go to checkout on hatsforsale.com, and you get one of these drinks for somebody that you love or for yourself, because it's getting cold out, it's already, the weather done broke already. Look, go get them the toboggan, go get them a sweat hood, a sweatsuit. You know what I mean? I got on one of the shirts right now. This is one of my favorites. So go ahead, check it out, guys, at your leisure. Check it out. All right. Much love to you all, man. Today is going to be a spicy joint, man. Today is going to be a wild one. And we're just going to talk about stuff that's going on around the world, man. Obviously, you know the name of this show on YouTube is Morning Vanish, but the name of the show on audio podcasting on Spreaker.com and iHeartMedia and Apple Podcasts and Spotify is getting canceled with LFR family. And that link is inside of the descriptions below as well. Just in case you are a podcast listener, I want y'all to go ahead and subscribe to my podcast. Show some love over there, guys. I'm going to be putting content over there that already started. I'm going to be putting content over there that's different from over here. And I'm going to be way more laid back. Why? Because people can't see me in an audio podcast. They can only, you know what I mean? They can only hear brother. So I got to make sure I bring the heat. Much love to you all, man. I really appreciate y'all pulling up per usual. Shout out to Weezy. I want to give a special shout out to Weezy for being the first person in the building today. Shout out to Weezy. Also want to give a special welcome back to Vaping Bachelor, man. Vaping Bachelor been gone for a minute. And when he pulled up with a testimony on his heart. He said, blessed to finally, after 1.5 months, to be home from the hospital. Antibiotics and chemotherapy reaction paralyzed me from head to toe. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell y'all something. This is the reason why I like to start my shows off asking you guys if you're grateful for anything, and to let me know in the comments what you're grateful for. It's just an exercise for us to remind ourselves that we are blessed individuals, man. Like, you might not have the money that you want to have in the bank. You might not be in tip-top shape like you used to be, can't run a 440 like you used to, or jump 50 inches off of a vertical, but you was not in the hospital for 1.5 months. Vaping Bachelor just now came from the hospital after 1.5 months. Antibiotics and chemotherapy, this brother was paralyzed from head to toe, and he's back giving his testimony, man. So if you are going to take for granted waking up in the morning, starting your day with, you can move your toes, you can stand up on your feet without a cane, without a walking stick, without crutches, without getting inside of a wheelchair, and you take that for granted, I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say. You definitely need to give God all praise, glory, and honor for all of your blessings. All of your blessings. As you can see, man, I got on one of my favorite shirts from hatsforsale.com. It says world's greatest father. I mean father. I like this joint. We got this in different colors on the website. Hatsforsale.com. Make sure you put in LFR10 when you go. Okay. One of the biggest things that everybody's talking about right now is SNAP benefits. is the government shutdown and still ICE. We're going to cover all them topics. JD Vance went to a Turning Point USA event and was asked question after question after question by young people who are MAGA youngins. They're MAGA, but they're objective new they're just now showing their, I guess, attention to politics, and they're asking the right questions to the right people, and they're listening to people like Charlie Kirk, and they're still listening to people like Candace, and they're listening to all the politicians, what they put out, and they can't be easily swayed. These young people are extremely intelligent, and I love the fact that they're putting themselves inside of politics so that they can learn as much as possible. And when they were asking JD Vance these questions, JD Vance didn't back off these questions at all, man. He was going toe to toe with these youngins. He was really shining. He surprised me. The way he held his own, he really surprised me. For real. He really surprised me, man. He got up there and he did his thing. Shout out to Benny Johnson for covering that. Also, we're going to talk about how Don Lemon, Joy Reid, and Jasmine Crockett, they got on a call. They got on a FaceTime call together, and they all came together to call Stephen A. Smith a sellout, and to call any other black people who support MAGA sellouts. They said that we are the slave from Django. They said that we are the slaves from Django, man. Don Lemon said that how dare a black man get online and talk bad about a black woman. We are not supposed to hold a black woman accountable in the public. We're supposed to pull them to the side in private and hold them accountable. When Stephen A. tried his best to hold Jasmine Crockett accountable, bro, you know what he did? He complimented her. He said how brilliant she is, how smart she is, how beautiful she is. He said all of those things. But then what came after that, criticism is the thing that they do not want to hear. He was letting her know, you are a young lady, you have a powerful position, and if you do this correctly, you can get a lot done for your constituents, the people that voted you into office. But what it seems like, being that I'm also somebody in media and I can speak on these things, it seems like you're putting on a show for people on the left, and it's not conducive to all that you've built. It does not really show how intelligent you are and how much relationship you have with God or any of those things. It just shows that you're the one doing the tap dancing. And that's my issue with y'all, man. That's my issue with y'all. Like, they go out of their way to be blackity, blackity, black. I hate all white people. I'm just going to, and what they don't realize is that they are the ones that's doing all the tap dancing. Y'all are the ones that's doing all the selling out. Y'all are the ones. Don Lemon literally has a white husband. He literally has a white husband, and this dude gets on his platform and poops on all white people. All white men are evil, all white men are this, and all white men are that. And then he go back home and kiss his husband in the mouth and move on with his merry old day. That makes absolutely no sense to me. None. Like, we can't even hold each other accountable anymore. That's what a community used to do way back in the day, before civil rights. And I heard this one from Vince Everett Ellison. He was talking, because this dude goes hard. Pause. He goes in, right? Pause. And he was talking about back in the day, you couldn't even be no slug on the rug. You couldn't live in a community unless you had something to offer. If you didn't have a job and you just wanted to hang out and just get drunk or just be a nobody, but you're an able-bodied man, you would not only get shamed, but you would get beat. They would push you up out of the community, and this is black people that would do that. Why? Because this was a way of holding each other accountable. But now we want to give everybody a pass. We don't want anybody to believe that they have to work for what they want. We want people to think that All you got to do is just blame the white man for all of your downfalls. Blame the white man for your shortcomings. Blame the federal government, and just point back to slavery. Point back to redlining. Point back to all those times where we was just being beat down by the system, and just continue to blame that. What does that do? That build a whole bunch of entitled, lazy individuals. And these people have children to take care of. But what we like to do is just tap dance, and they like to, what is it called? What's the word called when you're the one doing the stupid thing, but you always pointing at somebody else saying that they're doing it? Projecting. They're projecting. That's all they like to do is project, man. And I don't like that. So that's what I speak up against. Shout out to all of my people out here, man, on X, on Twitch, on Kick, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. TikTok is pissed off at me right now. I got a bunch of people going in on me right now on TikTok. I got a bunch of people going in on me right now on X too, because of my viral post where I was talking about people complaining about the ballroom that Trump is building, but they're not complaining about the $376 million basketball court that Obama has built. And I knew what I was saying. I knew exactly what I was saying. I added a little bit of troll in there because I wanted to start the conversation. Because one thing that they don't understand is I see what they're doing. All they're doing is trying to stop Trump at every turn. Every single thing that he puts out there, they're trying to knock down. And then they're trying to point fingers at Trump and his administration and say that he's the reason why we're in this sugar honey iced tea type of situation that we're in. And I call BS on that. So no, I know that it didn't cost $376 million to build a basketball court, but I'm not going to stop saying it. Why? Because I know it gets under your skin. Why? Because y'all are some suckers, and y'all won't even hold your own people accountable and responsible on the left. And for that, I'm not going to buck down and say, this is it only costs $100,000 for the basketball court. I'm going to stop saying it. No, it cost $376 million for that basketball court. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. And Michelle Obama also got a brand new kitchen out the deal too. They paid $1.5 million out of their pocket, blah, 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 blah. They ran through all of the proper procedures, blah, 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 blah. It was a $376 million basketball court. Shut up. Shut up. Y'all some suckers, man. These Democrats, they some suckers. Hey, make sure y'all give me one thing in the comment section that y'all are grateful for, all right? I'll start it off. I'm grateful to wake up on this side of heaven, to hear my wife snoring, to see her curled up in the bed when I left up out the bathroom. Yeah, normally she would be downstairs in her office working, but she is a part of the government shutdown. She works for the federal government. This is what she does. She has a really top position in one of the agencies in the federal government, and they're shut down right now. And they're using my wife and the rest of American people as leverage so that they can get what they want from the federal government, so that they can get what they want from the Trump administration. We about to touch all of that, but I just want to make sure that y'all know that I appreciate y'all. Let me see what y'all are talking about, man. What y'all grateful for? I'm grateful for truth. It's my greatest ally. Let me see. I love that sweatshirt. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And if you want a sweatshirt just like it, all you got to do is go to hesforsale.com. Here's the website right here. Yeah. Here's the website right here, man. Shout out to hesforsale.com, because guess what?
I'm looking for a hat. Drive around town and I need a cat. Where do I go? Where do I go? I got hesforsale.com.
You see what you like. You buy it, we ship it, it's coming your way. It's coming. Ship it, it's coming your way.
Go to hesforsale.com. Make sure you put in LFR10 is inside of the link below so that you can get 10% off. Order your husband something, your uncle something, your brother something, your son something, your sister, your aunt, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your wife. Order them something. Get them ready for the winter, man, because it's about to get real cold, and I want y'all to be out there looking fly while y'all outside. You know what I mean? All right, let's go and get into it. Also, we got one other lady. I'm gonna jump it off with this lady right here. This lady right here called ICE on McDonald's employees. I was just now telling y'all this. I live in a mostly black city. 90% of the people here in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, they vote. Well, DC and Maryland, they vote blue. When we go to McDonald's now, bro, I gotta damn near be bilingual to order something. Not that I even go, but my wife used to send me for her breakfast. She liked their steak bagels or whatever. I haven't eaten McDonald's in 2 years. I haven't physically eaten McDonald's in 2 years. All right. But when you go now, you got to damn near know how to speak Spanish, bro. The manager is the only bilingual person in the building. Everybody else, you gotta know some Spanish, bro. You do, and it's crazy. It's like, wait, where am I? Where are all the high school students? Where are all the college students who are back home and they just need a little job before they go back to school? Where are all of them? Where are the people who are down on their luck and they need to get back in the system? They just need to work somewhere, put in some overtime, and they're working at McDonald's, Popeyes, and all these places. It's not that way no more, man. Y'all can blame Biden for that. But check this out, guys. All right, let's get it.
Today was my first time calling ICE.
Hold on 1 second. Let me take this off the screen. All right, so here's the one I was just now talking about. Let's get it.
Today was my first time calling ICE. I went to McDonald's this morning. The menu screen was broken. So I was like, the menu screen is broken. And she said, do you want a number 2? I said, no, ma'am, I'm just letting you know that the menu screen is broken. She said, do you want a number 2? I said, do you understand me? I said the menu screen is broken. Okay, you want a 2? Well, just pull around. So I'm like, oh my God, this lady don't understand nothing that I'm saying. So when I pull around to the window, I said, the menu screen back there is broken. She said, oh, you don't want a number 2? And I'm like, why does she keep saying number 2? I'm trying to tell her that the menu screen is broken. I said, well, let me just talk to your manager. Because now at this point, I'm just like, you really don't understand me, right? There's no communication here. You don't understand English. So she says, hold on. And then this dude walks from, I was like, I'm just trying to let her know that the menu screen back there is broken. He was like, the menu screen? I said, yeah, the screen with the menu, that's food on it. I said, it's broken. He said, the menu screen? I said, oh, so you don't understand anything that I'm saying either? I said, are you a manager? I said, does anybody in here speak English? They looked at me like I was crazy. I mean, so I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to call ICE on you motherfuckers. I said, because there's no way that all you guys is in here working and you can't understand what I'm saying. And the only thing you keep saying is, do I want a number 2? Soon as I said that, you should have seen how fast that lady closed that window and locked it, and they both moved away where you couldn't see them no more. So yeah, I called ICE, and I filled out a form too. All these little fast food joints, they got all these people working in them, these franchises during COVID. They brought their people over here on these work visas.
Facts.
And they don't understand a lick of motherfucking English. And all them jobs like McDonald's and all that, that's where our youth used to work at. Now they got these grown ass motherfuckers in here taking these jobs from these kids, and they don't even understand English. I'm sorry, but most applications ask for experience. So where are they getting experience from if they can't even speak fucking English? That experience should be going to our American kids.
Hold up, I'm gonna pause that right there. We still got a couple minutes from this, but I agree 1,000%. These jobs should go to our kids, man. American citizen kids. Damn that paying them under the table. I can get 2 for 1. That's what the mentality is. They can get 2 employees for the price of 1 American citizen. They can get 2 illegal immigrant employees for the price of 1 American citizen employee. And that's exactly what they do. They're taking advantage of our kids. They're taking advantage of us. They're taking advantage of us, man. This is sad. Okay, let's continue.
ICE, come on, to Washington State. Please come to Washington State. And it's not just Latinos. It's Latinos, it's Africans, and it's these Indians from India. These 3 groups, they need to get a check on them because they are migrating here. And then once they get here, they're not fulfilling their work visas. They're not even learning how to speak English. And half of them is illegals. So come on, ICE, come to Washington State. It's time to clean up house because Patty Murray, Maria Cantwell, and Bob Ferguson, they're Marxists. They're socialists. Patty Murray's added on 36, has been in office 36 years. It's time for these people to go. So please, if Trump, get this to Trump, because it's time for y'all to come to Washington. It's not just Portland. It's not just Portland. And don't just go to Seattle because they've pushed everybody to the suburbs. You guys are going to have to start going to the suburban areas now. When you go to the inner city, go to the entire county, all the surrounding counties, because they've pushed them out. So if ICE want to make a good sweep, yeah, don't stick in the inner cities. Start going out a little bit further. Go over to the next city, then the other city, the adjacent cities. Yeah, because that's where you're going to find the ones like this. Yeah, all of them got to go. All of them. Round them all up. Anytime you're going to keep asking me, do I want a number 2?
Yeah, that's exactly what they get. So I'm just going to let y'all know I don't have the heart to call ICE on anybody. Well, if they're inside of a restaurant working and I'm suspicious of them being illegal immigrants, but I don't know for certain, I'm not calling ICE on nobody, man. That's just not who I am. I'm not. I'm glad that she did, though, because she was just trying to order her food. And before she ordered her food, all she was trying to do was just let them know, I think that this ordering system out here is broken. I think something's going on with it. Who can I speak to about this? Like, I'm trying to be helpful. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm trying to actually be helpful. Why? Because I realized there's going to be a bunch more people behind me. There probably is already a bunch more people behind me that want to order their fries and their burgers and their nuggets and all those other things. Their McRib. I used to love the McRib. I used to be a big fan of the McRib. As a matter of fact, whenever the McRib came out, I celebrated on Facebook. I will let everybody know, hey, did y'all hear? The McRib is back. They'd be like, the McRib is back? Yeah, the McRib is back. And we would celebrate as a community. That was the good old days, back in the times when I was a Democrat. I used to celebrate the McRib. But I haven't had McDonald's in a long damn time. And that was for my own health, because I realized that food is no bueno, bro. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. I used to love to give me a Big Mac, man. Give me a Big Mac with some daggone fries. Give me some nuggets. You know, sometimes I get a double cheeseburger with some nuggets. Throw the nuggets inside of the double cheeseburger. I had like 4 nuggets inside of a double cheeseburger, making my own sandwich that they probably should have sold because I used to like it that way. And I take that and I dip it in some barbecue sauce with the fries. And I used to enjoy myself. But I haven't had it in a long time. Why? Because it's just not good for you, man. I'm 47 years old. I got to make sure that I watch what I eat. I got to make sure I watch what I eat, watch what I drink, watch what I put in my body all together. I got to watch what I put on my body, how I move my body, how fast I get up, how fast I lay down. Getting older ain't no joke. Getting older ain't no joke, man. Like, you just started to feel phantom pains, and I can't even work out, go hard without being achy for the next 4 or 5 days. I got to take a daggone ice bath in order to really go hard with my workouts. Like, I'm still a slim guy, and I'm trying to be muscular. I'm trying to be fit. I'm trying to be more fit. You know what I mean? Not only be fit, I want to look fit. I want to take my shirt off on the beach and hear some faint oohs and ahs while I'm walking by with my hair blowing in the wind. You know what I mean? It just makes a brother feel good that all of my hard work is not in vain. But I tried to do 500 push-ups the other last week. One day I tried to do 500 push-ups while JoJo and my wife was sitting on the couch watching a TV show. And I was trying to do my push-ups. I got to like 260. I did like 260. Man, the next couple of days, I could not lift my arm, my left shoulder over here. This one was out of service, baby. I could not lift my arm past my, like, up to this point right here. When I tried to do like that, it was hell. Putting on a shirt, I had to use one hand to guide it over my hand and all that. It was hell. So going to McDonald's, man, I had to make that decision a long time ago. I had to stop going to Arby's. I had to stop going to Bojangles. I had to stop eating from many places. And the older we get, we got to make these types of decisions. We got to pass these decisions on to our children too, so that they can know that it's not a game. But back to this young lady. She gets nothing but respect from me. I couldn't do what she did because I don't have the heart to do it. But I'm glad that she did. I don't know how much impact it had because I believe that these companies already know that they can't get in trouble, that they won't lose their employees as long as the company themselves signed off on their visa or signed off on something saying that these people belong to us. They're our employees. We got them as long as they are here. Well, if you got them as long as they are here, at least continue to put your customers first. And your customers want to be able to understand your employees. We want to be able to order our food and it be correct. This lady is telling you that your daggone ordering system is broken, and all your people are saying is, I'm sorry, did you say you want a number 2? No, nigga, I didn't say I want a number 2. I'm telling you that you need to fix this window, that like your whatever this machine is broken. Go get the manager. Manager come back. Did you say you want a number 2? No, I don't want no number 2. I want y'all to fix the machine. Wheezy, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, I'm pulling some Snoop Dogg vibes today. Hey, let me tell you something. I am incognito today. So if anybody asks you, anybody pull up inside of the chat and they trying to be smart and they want to know why I'm doing what I'm doing today, you let them know that I am incognito today. And Wheezy, I'm also glad that you're feeling fantastic this morning. And you're so happy to see a brother on Halloween Eve. Happy Halloween Eve to everybody. Happy Halloween Eve. I've had McDonald's in 2 days. Weezy said, forget you. I like my McDonald's. Well, I'm going to tell y'all this. If you eat McDonald's or any fast food, don't chase it down with water, guys. Trust me on this one. Do not chase it down with water. Chase it down with soda, something extremely that's caffeinated. All right, so it can separate all of that crap in your. It can separate it. Like when it goes down those pipes, it separates everything. Just in case y'all don't know, water and oil does not mix. So if you're drinking water, yeah, it's going to be better for you in the long run to always drink water. But when you're eating something that's bad for your system, you want to put something down your pipes that will clean those bad boys. That's why we got Drano. You know what I mean? It's just like Drano. You drink something caffeinated. You get that. If you eat some McDonald's, make sure you get a soda with that. Diet Coke like Trump. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But get you a Diet Coke just like Trump. Or what do you drink? Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi? Get you one of those. Something that's caffeinated, something that'll wash out them pipes, and something that'll separate all of that nastiness, because McDonald's is not good for you, baby girl. It's not good for you, Wheezy. Back away from that McDonald's. Back away from that McDonald's. Okay, let's move on. So this is what the, hold on one second. So we're going to start off with this conversation. We're going to move on to Mike Johnson schooling the people. Well, we're going to go from Jake Tapper, then Schumer, then Mike Johnson. Okay, we got to do it in that order, and you're going to see exactly why. Make sure you hit the like button, guys, and don't forget, answer inside of the chat one thing that you're grateful for, and take part in the poll. That will be great as well. Right,
Democratic senators from New Mexico, your home state, vote to open the government so that these SNAP funds are not at risk?
Let me be clear. The administration is choosing to starve American children with money that they already have appropriated.
I'm not applauding
this
I'm not applauding
their
tactics.
By the White House.
Well,
this is a choice by the White House.
This
they
is
are
also,
choosing
Congresswoman,
to cut
this is
off
also a
food
choice
assistance.
by Senate Democrats
No,
to not
it is
vote to
not.
open the government. Yes, it is. I understand why they're doing it. They're doing it because they want Medicaid funds restored. They're doing it because they want Obamacare premiums to be extended past the end of the year. I understand the reasoning.
Sir, let me just be clear.
I hate when these politicians say that. Whenever they start a conversation, whenever they start their sentence off with "let me be clear," I zone out after that. I hate it because you know they're about to lie after that. Karine Jean-Pierre used to say it all the time, and she was never clear. She was never clear. Kamala used to say, "let me be clear" all the time, and she was never clear. Like, this is just the thing that they say. She literally smirked while he was cooking. He was just letting her know, I understand why the left are doing what they're doing, but it doesn't make sense because people are starving. And she was just smirking, waiting for her opportunity to deny everything he was saying and say, "let me be clear," while pointing a thumb. Woman, you're not being presidential by saying that. This is just stupid. I hate when they say the "let me be clear." You're not clear. You're not clear. The only thing clear about you is the whiteness on your face.
Premiums to be extended past the end of the year. I understand the reasoning.
Sir, let me just be clear. The money for contingency plans is sitting there. That is why the states are suing. The White House is withholding funds from
2 to 3
children
weeks worth
to
of
have
SNAP funds.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it may not be a big deal to you, but let me
It is
tell
a
you
big
that
deal to
for
me.
the grandparents, for grandparents
It is a big deal
that
to me.
literally are feeding their children.
My point is that it's a short-term
money
solution.
In those accounts.
It's a
doesn't
short-term.
matter. At the end of the day, people need to be able to feed their families, and Saturday is when those funds
If you
run
feel
out.
so
And we are
strongly,
fighting to
Congresswoman,
get
why
that
not
funding.
ask the Senate Democrats from New Mexico to vote to open the government so that the SNAP funds...
Sir, I am here in the House of Representatives. It is shut down. I am fighting to get the government reopened. I am fighting to get funding put back into SNAP that is already existent, and I am fighting for the American people. I am here. But show me a single Republican that is here. Not a single one is here to make sure that Americans are fed on Saturday. That is why I am here.
Democratic Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury from New Mexico.
Melanie Stansbury, you suck. Melanie Stansbury, you were not clear. Just like this young lady says right here, "let me be clear" means they won't be clear. Talking points to sound important. Y'all don't sound important. You sound dilly as hell is what you sound, okay? And they keep on saying the Republicans are not here to have these important conversations, but I'm here. Guess what? The Republicans has voted more than 12, 13 times for this continued resolution. And guess who was not voting with them? You all. But we're going to go ahead and let y'all continue to live in la-la land and act like y'all are doing the right thing for the people, when clearly y'all have had people that's on your side say that y'all are using us, the American people, as leverage. Miss me with that bull sugar honey iced tea, Jack.
They're not calling it up because the House isn't here to pass it. That's the way it works. The House would have to come here. They probably would have to vote on the Epstein files, but they're choosing to let kids go hungry instead of having to vote on the Epstein files. There's no doubt about it. They have been out for 6 weeks on vacation.
Just think, if they have all this money for Argentina and all this money for other things, they have enough money to keep funding SNAP, and they know it. And I just want to say what Lujan said. Johnson just lies. He lied about on immigration, on the undocumented. He's lying about this. He just outright lies, plain and simple. It is not illegal, and his own president has done it.
Johnson just lies. Schumer, you are never, brother. Oh, wide nostril bastard. You are never in a position to call nobody else a liar, man. Cut that out, please. Cut it out. All right? Here's what Johnson said that he claims is a lie. And I want y'all to understand, Johnson breaks this thing down, man. They got all of this money. They can spend this extra money. They getting $6 billion. They can spend this extra money. They got all of this money. That's called a pocket watcher. How many of you just with a thumbs up or a thumbs down? How many of you came across money before? Like you've been blessed with a nice check or you got a nice career going and people started to see that you got a little bit of change and they started wanting to spend your money because they said, "Oh, you got it. You got the money. I know you got it. We can get such and such to play for it. I know they got it." This is the problem with the Democrats. Y'all always counting the damn money as if it's money to spend. It's not money to spend, bro. Like y'all got to take care of business. Y'all got to take care of what y'all have already promised your constituents. And plus, you can do the basic things like keep the government open and keep thousands of people working and troops being fed and gas in the cars of the people that gotta still go to work. Like there's still companies that's mandating that their people still come to work, like TSA agents. They still got to come to work. They're not getting paid, but they still got to come to work. They still got to come. How they gonna pay for gas? Huh? I'm just saying. All right, so he said that Michael Johnson was lying. I'm going to put this in front of you guys to see if y'all think that Michael Johnson was lying. Thank you so much for the super chat, Timothy Finley. He says, add a nice feather to your hat from one of God's creatures. Feathered creatures. Blessings to the family. Thank you so much, Timothy Finley. I appreciate you, brother. Sorry, I'm flipping all over my words this morning. I'm just trying to speak a little too fast, man. I'm trying to speak a little too fast, but I do appreciate you. Wheezy, you can stick a roll of you can stick a roll of quiet areas in Chuck's nostrils. This brother got nostrils like Auntie Justine, Maxine Waters. She got that's it. That's it. Chuck Schumer and Maxine Waters got the same nostrils. We just now solved the case. Yes. I used to watch Scooby-Doo all the time when I was younger. And I used to love when they would solve the case. So if somebody was to go and rip the mask off of Chuck Schumer, you probably see Auntie Maxine Waters. We solved the case. She said you could stick a roll of quarters inside of Chuck Schumer's nose. Thank you so much. Hey, you can say it without no more super chats to say it. I'm reading all of your super chats. All of your chats, Wheezy. No more super chats to say it, but thank you. I appreciate you. And she's always participating, always showing love. And I don't know, I just love good people, man. I just really enjoy good people. What's going on, Louis B. Fishing? Hey, B. What's going on, B? Hold up, what somebody say up there? Why is Snoop hosting today? Did somebody say something disrespectful this morning? Because B just now pointed up, and whenever she points up, something's going down. What's up, Charlie? 740. Let me see. See, Jared Dupree is eating daggone McGriddles right now, man. I be trying to help y'all. But y'all don't want no help. All right. So Chuck Schumer just now said that Mike Johnson be lying. Well, let's see if Mike Johnson be lying.
Simple facts about the Democrat shutdown that everybody needs to recognize. Here's 4 of them. First of all, we have to have Democrats to reopen the government. You know that in the Senate it requires 60 votes to break an impasse. Hang it on, Lily, hold it real here. Keep it close to the podium. I want everybody to see this, okay? We're going to make it simple. I had my 15-year-old son and some of his friends were together over the weekend, and they wanted me to explain it to them as simply as possible. This is the little formulation, okay? Hey, fellas, remember from civics, you got to have 60 votes in the Senate. We only have 53 Republicans, so we must have Democrats to do it. The Democrats are out trying to claim that this is all on Republicans because we control the government. We don't control the Senate without 60 votes, so you have to have them. Now they've voted 13 times, those Senate Democrats, counting the House and the Senate together, they voted 13 times to keep the government closed. And what they're demanding as a ransom to reopen the government are some really crazy things. They want to restore $200 billion in health benefits paid for by U.S. taxpayers to illegal aliens and non-citizens.
Is that true? Please let me know in the comment section, is that part of Michael Johnson's assertions true? Because I would love to stick with the facts. I'm going to let y'all know this right now. And I got to say this as clear as I possibly can. I am not team conservative. I am not team liberal. I'm not team MAGA. I'm not team Democrat. I am team America. America first is what I am. And if it makes sense, then we need to make some dollars with it. We need to do what we need to do. Because I know that whenever we lock ourselves to one side or the other, we lose all objectivity. And all we're looking for is a hole on the other side to prove them wrong. I don't want to prove anybody wrong. I want our country to be as great as we claim it is. Like, if we claim that we got the greatest nation in the world, I want it to be that. And the reason why I want it to be that is because these youngins are paying attention. Youngins in rural areas, youngins in the suburbs, youngins in the hood, people in other countries, they're paying attention. And if they see that our country is moving in the right direction on all fronts, they will want to be patriots. They will want to be upstanding citizens. That's what they will want. They won't want to buck the system just for the sake of bucking the system. Although there's always going to be a socialist leader out there trying to push them to do something bad. Just like there's the angel on your shoulder, there's always the Satan on your shoulder too. And that's what it seems like it is. Okay, let's continue. So is he telling the truth?
We can't do that. They want billions of dollars in wasteful programs to be returned to foreign countries for things that none of you would agree with. We are not going to do that. They want $500 million to go back to left-leaning news organizations, paid for by taxpayers. We can't do that. And then they want to cut $50 billion from the Rural Hospital Fund that Republicans got signed into law July 4th to prop up health care in red states and rural areas around the country. It's too important, but they want to take that away. They know that we can't do it. And now that they've begun to admit what this is all about, thanks, Lee, put another thing there. They're admitting what they're up to. Chuck Schumer said every day of the shutdown gets better for us, meaning the Democrat Party. And you know, we had the second-ranked Democrat in the House, the minority whip, who just said a few days ago, at the end of last week, that we know that this is causing great pain for the American people, but we have to use this leverage. We don't have many times where we have leverage like this. And so they've shown you what the real motivation is. But ultimately, why are they doing all that? Let me summarize this really quickly, as simply as I can, for the civic students back home. Republicans are not demanding anything, literally nothing. All we want is to reopen the government.
Is that true? Speaker Mike Johnson just now said, Republicans are not demanding anything. All they want to do is open the government. Is that true? I get it. The continued resolution. The Democrats are saying that's not enough. Is that true? All right.
The Democrats are demanding all those things I just showed you on the chart, plus a lot more. When I say they want to send money to foreign countries, this is some of the things that they would propose that we spend money on again. They're demanding, this is a ransom to reopen the government. Things like $4 million for global LGBTQI plus awareness campaigns around the world. $4 million for the LGBTQI plus democracy grants in the Balkans. They want $2 million for feminist democratic principles projects in Africa. We're not doing that. But again, the question is why? Why? This sounds crazy. It is. Why would they do this? And what we saw on vivid display over the weekend was the re-emphasis of this fact. This is motivated purely out of fear. And what do we mean by that? You saw the Democratic leader in the House, Hakeem Jeffries, endorse Zohran Mamdani for mayor of New York City on Friday. It was an illustration of what we're facing here. The Democrats right now fear the far left activists more than they fear air traffic controllers, border patrol agents, American service members, and so many others missing their paychecks. They fear the Marxist insurgents like Mamdani more than they fear families and children going hungry from lapsed benefits that keep food on their tables. They simply fear losing their own political positions next November if they don't appease the angry far-left base right now. And they will appease that base at any cost, no matter how much pain's inflicted. In fact, they've said in their own words, this gets better for us day by day. How does it get better? Because they're proving to the angry far-left base in their party that they will prioritize them over the American people. And simply put, it's the profound fear in the Democratic Party that drives this shutdown. It is not principle, it is not policy, it is certainly not concern for the constituents that they say that they want to represent. We know that because even their own constituents now are begging Democrats to stop the political games and reopen the government. Just yesterday, the largest union of federal workers, the very people that the Democrats claim that they fight for, came out publicly and urged the Democrats to join the Republicans in passing the House's very simple short-term funding bill. Also, yesterday, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association began to put up flyers in airports to explain the real danger that is being imposed for air travel, air safety in this country, highlighting what the Democrats are doing. So I just want to say this simply to our Democrat colleagues. You have an off-ramp now. You painted yourself into a corner, but here's your off-ramp. The unions, the largest unions, are saying, please do this. You can claim that as cover and say that you had to do it. Reopen the government. Get it working for the people. It's our #1 priority and responsibility as members of Congress. But Senate Democrats have refused to do it for almost a month now. I've said it over and over, Republicans have done our job. We passed the clean short-term funding extension to keep the lights on and pay all these workers and our troops and fund programs like SNAP and WIC that Americans need and rely on. And in the meantime, Republicans have been working very hard around the clock every day of this Democrat shutdown to do our best to reduce the pain for our constituents. In our districts, we got a video running over here just showing some highlights of what all the House Republicans are doing and have been doing for the last few weeks. Out in their districts, they're trying to help Americans navigate the crisis that the Democrats have created with their selfish political decisions. Here's a few more examples this morning we wanted to highlight. In Montana, Congressman Troy Downing, these are all Republicans doing work back home. He's met directly with his TSA officers and air traffic controllers who continue to show up to work while Democrats keep the government closed. In New York, Congresswoman Nicole Maliotakis has been working around the clock, hand in hand, for example, with her local national park officials to organize community cleanups and maintain our public lands, doing the work Democrats left behind as park rangers and visitors staff remain furloughed under their shutdown. In Sullivan County, Indiana, and down in South Texas, you have Congressman Mark Messmer and Brian Babin. They've strategized with rural hospital leaders to ensure that these communities are able to access that $50 billion rural hospital fund, by the way, that the Democrats want to defund. This is the very funds that the Democrats worked hard to kill in their counterproposal to reopen the government. In South Carolina, Congresswoman Sherry Biggs has been meeting with her small business owners who continue to serve their communities, many of whom are already feeling the benefits from Republicans' work to deliver no tax on tips. We did that in the big, beautiful bill, the Working Families Tax Cut. It's a wildly popular measure that, by the way, every Democrat voted against. In Oregon, Congressman Cliff Vance is meeting with his air traffic officials as they wait on Democrats to reopen the government and deliver the federal funds they need to expand that region's critical air travel infrastructure. And here in Washington, the work has gone on in earnest as well. People keep commenting to me, you look so tired on TV. I am so tired because we're not sleeping a lot. We're working overtime. Here in Washington, our House committees have continued to conference together and do all the work we can to ensure legislation is ready for the floor for action as soon as we get back to legislative session. The House also continues to carry out its essential oversight duties. And you'll be reporting on this all day, but the Oversight Chairman James Comer released a blockbuster report now on the Biden auto pen presidency. And this report includes 47 hours worth of transcripts and testimony revealing that every executive action signed by the auto pen without written authorization from President Biden should be voided. This is an unprecedented situation in American politics and government. The actions of President Biden simply were not all his own actions. And there are major implications to that, including all the pardons that he signed.
The brother was frail. He was being controlled. And I'm talking about Biden. Biden is a forever politician. I'm not trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. All I'm saying is that they knew he was not in a position to run our country, and they was trying to hide it from us as much as possible. And every time Kamala Harris is asked about it, all she does is refer people back to her book. I talked about this a lot in my book. All she's doing is going around she's doing interview after interview after interview, trying to push her book. Baby girl, you ain't do shit when you was in the presidency. You ain't do nothing. Like, please, give me one objective. One objective accomplishment from Kamala Harris while she was under Biden. Everything Mike Johnson is saying is coming off. I'm looking into things too, and I'm only asking you guys how y'all feel about it, because when I say, is this true? I realize that my audience are primarily conservative. That's my audience. And I'm pushing so that my audience could be more of a mixed pot, because I want us to really talk about things that's going to get us where we can get to the bottom of it and we can get some solutions. Because right now, there's way too many people in gangs. And I ain't talking about Crips or Bloods. I'm talking about Republican versus Democrat. I'm talking about MAGA versus Democrat, MAGA versus the world, because conservatives are even against MAGA. Everybody's against Trump. It's like he's, public enemy number one at this point. But we can't get these people to be honest for sugar honey iced tea. Like, we can't get them to be honest for nothing. Like, what is wrong? Why can't you just tell the truth? You're not going to lose your job. You're not going to lose your job, man. You're not going to be voted out or nothing. They're still going to let you rock. They're going to let you get your money. They're going to let you get all the accolades. They're not going to correct you. Karine Jean-Pierre is still lying. Kamala is still lying. As a matter of fact, here she is in an interview. Question: what was Donald Trump's first priority when he was on the stump running for president? What was he promising he was going to do on day one? I thought he was running on immigration. That's what I thought he was running on. But I could be wrong. What was he running on, guys? I know y'all know. What was he running on? All right, here we go. You see what she just now did? I want to shout this lady out. This lady said that was a world-class pivot. As you can see, I was pulling up comments from my chat, and everybody's mentioning what he was running off of. He was not running off of lowering prices for people on day one. He was talking about closing the border. That's what he was talking about. He was talking about stopping wars. That's what he was talking about. He was talking about infiltrating the government, all of the crooks in the government, and investigating and making sure that they go to prison for what they've been doing criminally. That's what he said he was going to do. He said, since y'all opened this bag of tricks and y'all wanted to use all three-letter agencies to come after me, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure that we investigate you. Y'all mad about that. That's what he said he was going to do. Immigration is what he's going to do. So at the end of the day, man, hey, you take it easy, Courtney. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you. So that's what he was running off of. He was running off closing the border. You know what I mean? That they opened what they had wide open. That they was flying people in and busting people in and putting people on trains to bring them in. By the boatloads. Just letting everybody come in. Like, before Trump become president again, if it happens, you need to hurry up and come over and be a citizen. Be a voter, so we can prevent him from ever taking power again. So now, Jared says he's running on adrenaline shots. But that's what he's doing. So shout out to this lady for calling her out. She was like, that was a pivot. I need you to answer my question. I love it. Listen to this one more I'm running my daggone. I always do that, man. I always do it. There I go. There I go. It happens all the time. It happens all the daggone time. And I was doing good too. And if y'all would have heard what I was saying, y'all been like, man, that brother is cooking. He is cooking. I need to pay attention to the screens and everything while I'm doing my live streams. And just so y'all know, I did that on purpose for all of you content creators to let you know that there's no shame in not being perfect. You're not going to get everything right. All right. Sometimes the audio is muted and you did it to yourself and you deserve it. It's okay. All right. Hug yourself and say, it's all right. It's all right. It's okay to make mistakes. That's what I like to do. I hug myself and say, Van, you're all right, brother. You're all right. It's okay. Stop being so difficult on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Okay, so here's what I was saying. God dang it, man. I'm so mad at that day. I need to stop touching that button, bro. I try to touch it so that when I got the screen wide open and I'm showing y'all what's going on and I'm blowing my nose, I don't want y'all to hear no nastiness coming through the microphone while I'm blowing my nose. That's just like, come on, bro. That's common courtesy. You know? It's common courtesy. And no, I'm not on no tweed. I'm not on no weed, man. I'm just being me. I'm incognito today. All right. If you ever see me pull up like this, I'm incognito. All right. Hold on. Time out. Can y'all hear me? Okay. All right. So what I was saying was, throughout this 2.5 minutes of conversation with Kamala and that young lady, she already plugged her book 3 times. And they was talking for more than an hour, well, almost an hour. The whole time that she was sitting there talking, she was plugging her damn book. But the lady called her out for sidestepping her questions. She said that was a world-class, pivot. That was a world-class pivot. And that's what she was doing the entire conversation. She was pivoting. But she was just letting her know, if you want to see me not answer these questions, all you got to do is read my book. I've ducked and dodged and pivoted on all the questions that you're going to ask me already in my book, but I did it more eloquently. All right. I used ChatGPT to help me duck and dodge these questions. And if you read me duck and dodging them in this book, it's not going to read as if I'm ducking and dodging them. It's going to read as if, I'm this world-class author, because, I was a lawyer, right? Yeah, I was a lawyer. Yeah. Best part of my life. My biggest accomplishment, being a lawyer. But weren't you a vice president? Yeah, you're right. I was a vice president under Biden. You're right. Dang, I almost forgot that. All right. And now I'm supposed to defend every single thing he did while we was working together. They're in cahoots, man. For some strange reason, this is her bread and butter. She knows how much money Michelle Obama made on her book. She knows how much money that Barack made on his book. She knows how much money that Hillary Clinton made on her book. She knows how much money that Bill Clinton and all of the presidents have made on their books. And she is out to push her book right now. She's trying to get them munions, man. She's trying to get them munions. She's trying to get them that paper. You know what I mean? That smelling money, that stinky money. Oh yeah. Yeah. She want that stinky money. So that's the only reason why she's ducking and dodging right now. And honestly, I'm just gonna say it. I don't like her. I don't like Kamala. I don't like her because she had an opportunity to do something. She had an opportunity to actually be a VP. She had an opportunity to be a good right hand. All right. But she decided to sell her soul and do whatever Obama, Nancy Pelosi, and whoever else was controlling them puppet streams. I mean, you know what I mean? They was just controlling it. And then she wants to go out there and act like she's this independent black woman, independent black, super black woman that went to an HBCU, worked at McDonald's, and pledged AKA ski weed with the pinky up. You know what I mean? Green and pink. She did everything that her Indian mama and her Jamaican father told her to do, and it worked. All right? She was tapped on the shoulder. Breakfast Club made the decision. They said, black community, because we speak for them all. We speak for all the blacks in the world. The black community is not going to vote for you, Biden, unless you add a black woman to your ticket. So she was the closest he can get. She was the closest he can find. All right? So he tapped her on the shoulder and said, I need for you to run with me. And then as soon as she said yes, he turned on that camera. He got in front of that Breakfast Club audience, and he said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Breakfast Club, I need y'all to invite Trump to your show so he can embarrass y'all. That's what I need. If you really want to have a good show, invite Trump to your show. Y'all already seen what type of numbers he brought to the Joe Rogan show. This dude he's a master communicator. You probably want to call him stupid. He's stupid, he's dumb, he's unintelligent. I'm more intelligent than him. Jasmine Crockett just now did a whole soliloquy talking about he don't even know what IQ is. He said, I got a low IQ. He don't even know what a high or low IQ score is. I went to private school. I know what a high IQ is. Of course you do. Nobody ever said that you're not intelligent. What they're saying is that you're placating a hood mentality that you never had, that you don't have. You're trying to appease the masses of the left, and you're acting like some character that you've gotten from off of a TV show, TV series or something. And it's not cute. It's not cool. All right? So shout out to Kamala for ducking and dodging the way she always does. All right. Here's my man, JD Vance, showing you what a real VP looks like.
Christian man, and I'm just confused why that there's this notion that we might have owe Israel something, or that they're our greatest ally, or that we have to support this multi-$100 billion foreign aid package to Israel to cover this, to quote Charlie Kirk, ethnic cleansing in Gaza. I'm just confused why this idea has come around, considering the fact that not only does their religion not agree with ours, but also openly supports the prosecution of ours.
Yeah, so let's say a few things about this. First of all, when the President of the United States says America first, that means that he pursues the interests of Americans first. That is our entire foreign policy. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to have alliances, that you're not going to work with other countries from time to time. And that is what the president believes, is that Israel, sometimes they have similar interests to the United States and we're going to work with them in that case. Sometimes they don't have similar interests to the United States.
Why do all three of them look alike? JD Vance looks like the security guy that's giving the young man the microphone. And if you were to remove the hair from JD Vance's face, the boy that's at the microphone that's asking the question looks like JD Vance as well. It's like we're building a world of Vances. A whole bunch of JD damn Vances. Somebody said my sound is gone, man. Can y'all hear me? Because are they trolling me? Are y'all trolling me? Tender Angel, are you trolling me? It's fine. Okay, I'm about to go ahead and block you. Anybody else that say you can't hear me, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you, and I'm reporting you.
Of Americans first. That is our entire foreign policy. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have alliances, that you're not going to work with other countries from time to time. And that is what the president believes, is that Israel, sometimes they have similar interests to the United States and we're going to work with them in that case. Sometimes they don't have similar interests to the United States. And this example, the most recent Gaza peace plan that all of us have been working on very hard for the past few weeks, the president of the United States could only get that peace deal done by actually being willing to apply leverage to the state of Israel. So when people say that Israel is somehow manipulating or controlling the president of the United States, they're not controlling this president of the United States, which is one of the reasons why we'd be able to have some of the success that we've had in the Middle East. Now, you ask about, sort of Jews disagreeing with Christians on certain religious ideas. Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the realities is that Jews do not believe that Jesus Christ is the Messiah. Obviously, Christians do believe that. There are some significant theological disagreements between Christians and Jews. My attitude is, let's have those conversations. Let's have those disagreements when we have them. But if there are shared areas of interest, we ought to be willing to do that too. For example, one thing I really, really care about is the preservation of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. Christians believe that that is the site where Jesus Christ was crucified and also that his tomb is right there as well. My attitude is, if we can work with our friends in Israel to make sure that Christians have safe access to that site, that's an obvious area of common interest. I am fine with that. What I'm not okay with is any country coming before the interests of American citizens, and it is important for all of us, assuming we're American citizens, to put the interest of our own country first. That's what we're going to do. That's what we try to do every single day, I promise you.
I like this brother, man. I'm just going to let y'all know that. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. A lot of people on the left don't like him, obviously, because they're told not to like him. Like these individuals right here that we're about to talk about, they don't like J.D. Vance. They don't like J.D. Vance, and they certainly don't like any black person, i.e. me and anybody that look like me. I see inside of the, listen, I see y'all saying, look, stop dividing us. We don't have to separate the black from the white. I don't want to do it. I don't want to separate us. But we can't ignore anything. We got to address it and get it done. As a man, I know that ignoring things only makes it worse. Ignoring things makes it worse. You got to address the elephant in the room. And if you do not, you will not get anything handled. All right? It will get worse and worse and worse. Right now, there's a boatload of people who are going out of their way to separate black and white people. I think we're all the same. I don't know. I haven't eaten enough of your food to know if you season your food. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if all of the different things that they say about white people or they say about black people or Hispanics and Asians, whatever the case may be, I can care less about that. What I want, what my heart's desire is for my children to live long enough to see their great grandkids. That's my heart's desire. And I want them to be able to do it while achieving goals, while living their life, living their best life, and enjoying love and laughter and all of the experiences that we've been able to experience at the ripe age of 40 plus, 50 plus, 30 plus, whatever ages that you guys are. I want there to still be a country left when my great-great-grandkids are here, when my great-great-great-grandkids are here. That's what I want. I don't care less. I don't care about no white person specifically or a black person specifically. Like, I'm not just going to go outside and say, I choose Mexicans. No, I only choose Mexican when I need Mexican, something from the Mexican community. If I need some Mexican food, I'm not going to go to a black restaurant. If I need some Asian, Chinese, or Korean or Thai food, I'm not going to go to no Mexican restaurant. You know what I mean? It's just those types of things. Like, we separate each other because most people are just accepting the fact that they're racist. That's it. You're accepting the fact that you're racist, and you're starting to live out the true meaning of what it means to be that. You're like, so if they're all going to say that we're racist anyway, they're all going to believe that I say the word anyway behind my closed doors, then I'm going to start saying it publicly. F them. I'm going to start giving into this madness. And that's what we start to do when we get tired of it, man. Anybody gets bullied or get chastised so much, they get to a point where they want to address the elephant in the room. Like, I'm coming outside. You're not going to continue to try to bully me. I'm coming out there. I'm going to address it. I'm going to get in your face. And if we got to duke it out, then we're going to duke it out. All right? So that's where I am right now. I want there to be love and kumbaya, but I know that's not real life. That's not real life. I want what God said to be true, that we're all brothers and sisters in Christ. I want what God said to be true. How can you claim that you love a God that you have not seen, but you don't love the man that you see every single day, your brothers and sisters that you see every day? Just because we're of darker hue or lighter hue don't mean a damn thing. You bleed red just like us, or burgundy, or blue, depending on how you look at it. Who cares? Because then that will start a whole new debate. Blood is not red. Blood is green. Blood is purple. Blood is silver. Like, we fight over the dumbest things, man. The dumbest things. I was like this, just so y'all know, I was like this since I was in first grade when I got my first beef with Bruce. And Bruce grew up to be the neighborhood bully. Bruce grew up to take a couple of lives. Like, that's what he was. He thought that was what he was supposed to do. Like, I'm supposed to be this. In first grade, my teacher asked me my name, my address, and I stood up proudly because I knew my address. And I said 4505 3rd Street Southeast, apartment B. I said that, and then Bruce said, "You're not from 3rd Street. I live on 3rd Street. You're not from 3rd Street." And that's where our beef started. That's where our beef started. And I'm like, why are you so stupid? Like, that's what you tripping off of? But that was a first grader conversation. We got adults having these types of conversations right now. How can you claim Trump is for the people? He white. He only for the white people. How many black people he got working for him? How many black people has he made this? How many black people has he made that? How come he only getting rid of black jobs? How come black, and blackity, black? All MAGA is race. Blackity, blackity, black. Like, shut your ass up, man. Shut up. Shut up. Like, I be wanting to slap the hell. I want to slap fire out of some people sometimes, man. For real. We are all God's people. Whether you believe in Christ or not, you came from something, and the person that you came from something, and this world came from something. The birds, the bees, the trees came from something. It didn't come from you. It didn't come from man. I know that much. We were created in God's image. So now we can create as long as we use a resource. We use something that the Lord created first. We can create. We can get out there and we can just create more stuff. As they say, any genius can tell you how many seeds are in an apple, but only the Lord can tell you how many apples are in a seed. So we can get all articulate and intellectual as much as we possibly want to debunk the fact that there's a God, but I'm a man of faith. I believe that there's a God. Hebrews 11:1. I believe that there's a God. And when I see brothers and sisters who are showing godly love, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, it don't matter. You show me love. You show me that I can trust you around my family, that you won't do no harm to me or anybody that I love. Guess what? I'll do the same for you. And when you show me that you are evil and that you want to put nothing but harm on me, then guess what? I'm going to show you that I can be dangerous. That's it. It's that simple. I'm not just going to say, oh, God's love makes me not want to fight you back. No, I'm going to whoop your ass, so I'm going to die trying. It just is what it is. But at the end of the day, I don't want to fight nobody. The Second Amendment is not so that we can go out there and stack guns and then go out there seeking to kill people. That's not what people do. But that's what the Democrats think. The Democrats actually, they don't think that because most of them got guns too. Kamala will get out there and talk about, we need to get rid of guns. But that don't stop her security detail from carrying them. That don't stop Schumer's security detail from carrying them, Nancy Pelosi's, Biden's, you name all of the politicians over there. Their security detail is packing heat, and they won't have it no other way. It makes them feel safe when they see their security detail packing heat. That's all I'm saying, man. You have it for when you need it. But when somebody try to go up against you and your family and your property, now you can defend yourself. And it's a right that we have. We should be all celebrating that. Why are we trying to get rid of that? I tell you why. It's because whenever we get like the wrong people in office and they start to bring mentalities of socialism and they want to turn us into Venezuela or one of these other countries, man. They want to ruin what we've built, what we've bled and died for. And I'm talking about all of us. All of us got ancestors who fought and died for us to be free, for us to have the freedoms and the rights that we have. There weren't only black people who died to try to end slavery. Hundreds of thousands of white people died to end slavery. Like they fought for it. They didn't see it as a good thing. They was like, man, they citizens just like us. Let's go. Let's go out there and do it. So, and don't think for a second that I'm some sucker ass nigga who's this conservative MAGAite who won't check somebody just for the sake. I'm not that. Go and pick out your favorite conservative content creator, your favorite black conservative content creator. I'm nothing like them. Nothing. I was brought up differently. All right. I put God and family first, just like everybody else. And now I've added country to that. But I'm by far not a sucker. I'm by far not nobody that I'm just going to let you take advantage of me or let you dictate how I should move simply because my skin is dark. Nah, that's what you do to fools, man. You tell them, if you look like this, then you got to do this and you got to vote this way. All skin folk and kin folk, all that bull sugar honey iced tea, man. Miss me with that. Like I will hate for the day to come where I have to show somebody who I really am. For real. If it weren't for the Lord on my side, where would I be? That's why I'm always thanking God, because I know how powerful he is. I know some cool people, and I talk to them all the time. And a lot of them didn't grow up like me. And I thank God for that, because now I'm learning more about where they're from and what they're about and what they know. And I'm giving them things that I know and what I'm about and where I'm from. And that's how the world is supposed to work. That's the only reason why doing reactions is such a big thing on YouTube. Some people look at it as, oh, you're not innovative enough or creative enough to put your own idea out there. So you're just going to steal somebody else's and make stupid faces and give stupid commentary. Well, here's the thing that you don't realize, right? Reaction channels, they embrace cultures that are unlike their own. They try to learn about other things that they weren't used to growing up. And then they give their sides. And they're creating a bridge of communication with people from all over the world who don't communicate like they do, who aren't from where they're from. And they're showing some appreciation for their art, for their thoughts, for their creations. And it's received in kind. So, and I only bring that up because a lot of these gurus, a lot of YouTube gurus and Instagram, TikTok, and all this other stuff, whenever they're talking about how to grow a channel, and how to be a content creator, they leave out reactions. They think reactions is not plays, man. I know some people who are doing reactions who are the smartest people that you will ever meet in your life. And they've already achieved a certain level of success that most people will never achieve. Ever. Where was I going with this? I shouldn't have left the trail because Trump knows how to weave and stay on the topic, come back to it, and boom. Me, I weave and leave. So I need to do better with that. Now we have all these three black ladies. These three black ladies got something to say about black people who agree with MAGA or who agree with conservatism or who love the country. Like, you can't even love the country. I'm trying to tell y'all guys, when I grew up, I did not love the country. The American flag seemed racist to me. The military. Anybody, I was like, anybody go fight for this country? They crazy. I used to be that guy, man. I used to be that guy. All right. So check out these three ladies talking about what they want to talk about.
I just want to say, can we get some of these bojankety, tap dancing, ignorant brothers out here, black men, to stop attacking black women publicly, especially when they don't know what the F they're talking about? We need to be supporting each other. And if you're going to come at somebody, come at them with some real information. Stop going around criticizing black women because the shit is just ain't right.
Everybody saw the movie Django Unchained. Remember the name of the person who cared more about the love of the slave master than he did about the love of his people or the care for his people? His name was Stephen. And Stephen was somebody who was willing to sell out his fellow African enslaved people. So what I would say to the Stevens who are in our world today, understand that the master will never love you.
There are people that have taken the time to understand that I always keep at the forefront the people that elected me to DC. What you see, if you're not in my district, may not necessarily be all of the substance that also comes with me, but there is plenty of substance. And if anybody ever wanted to ask, just like anything else, I always have receipts for the work that I have done. So I will just say that I appreciate the community and the culture, because this is something that I never even had to address or deal with because the community decided to speak up before I even knew what was happening. So I appreciate you. It does hurt, because it's like I expect more and better. And frankly, I am always down for a real conversation. I really am. I mean, but I haven't even experienced that type of stuff coming out of even black men on the other side of the aisle in Congress. They even have enough respect to say we disagree on this policy or whatever, and we'll go back and forth. But like, they have not tried to do what somebody else tried to do. So it's all good when you know that you're walking in the purpose that God has put on your life.
Shut your ass up. Shut up, Jasmine Crockett. Shut your ass up. Shut up. God dang, man. Shut up. STFU. Damn. Did you just hear what she said? She said even black people who are on the other side of the aisle haven't done to her what somebody else tried to do. Stephen A. did not try to cancel you, you dumbass. He was trying to give you some advice that will serve you well if you take it. Let me tell you something. Charleston White gives out truth bombs all the time. Truth bomb, truth bomb, truth bomb, truth bomb, truth bomb, truth bomb, truth bomb. But he also is a character where he gives out fake truth bombs and falsehoods all the time just to start conversation. And people love it. He go viral all the time because of it. But if he ever got into a position, an honorable position, where he was voted into office and he has to represent a certain group of constituents, he will switch up his speech. He will not communicate the way that he does as a content creator, right? You got Stephen A. Smith, who's been doing sports commentating for years. He's one of the biggest names there is in sports commentating and commentating all together. Like when he says something, it holds some weight. You can look at the amount of views it holds some weight. And I ain't even talking about black or white. As far as all commentators are concerned in sports, he's one of the biggest. And now he's in politics. He's commentating about these things, just real life stuff. This brother called you brilliant. He's trying to get you on the right path. And this is no different from me being out and about with my wife, or just me going to the store, and I see a teenager walking up the street and he got his pants off of his ass. I'm looking at his drawers when he got on jeans. Ain't no reason why I should be looking at your damn drawers when you got on pants. And what I should do, and what any man should do in the most respectful way possible, young man, these young ladies out here, they don't need to be seeing that. Like, I'm a man, I can see that. But guess what? When you're in prison, that right there is a sign of come take it. Is that what you telling me, to come take it? Yeah, I said it. That right there is called schooling somebody, putting them up on game so that they can be better off tomorrow. That's what Stephen A. tried to do for Jasmine Crockett. He didn't try to cancel you. But you all are trying to cancel a black man in a high position simply because he's going up against the masses, simply because he had something positive to say. Is there any black people out here who checked Jasmine Crockett who are on the left? He's probably the only one, because he's not on the right. He didn't vote for Trump. Every opportunity he gets, he says, I ain't vote for Trump, and I don't agree with a lot of stuff that he do. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that he say. He always tries to back himself out of that before he gives a truth bomb. Hey, don't get so mad at me because I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for my promise. I didn't vote for my promise. I didn't vote for him. He always puts up that whole shield like, I'm about to say something truthful, but please don't beat on me because I didn't vote for my promise. I didn't vote. The thing is, you're too damn sensitive, you, Joy, and Don, to take constructive criticism that will make you better at your job. Dumbass. These three ladies need to sit down in the damn dark corner some damn where. Y'all need to go in the dark corner, reconvene, have another deep conversation, something that will bring y'all to reality. All of you sisters in this video, all three of you. You got one sister who is actually a man. You got one sister who looks more manly than the man that's a part of the group. Then you got one up and coming, cockeyed, extremely cocky, arrogant young lady who think her shit don't stink. And then as soon as somebody tell you, I smell a little doo-doo, you might want to wipe. Now you want to go in on them, talking about, you tried to cancel me, this hurts me, and I'm glad that my community came to protect me because I'm so fragile. None of you are fragile. You're not fragile. You was an attorney, right? You the one that walked up into your boss's office and says, hire me because I'm a black woman. You said you need to hire me because I'm a black woman. Who gives a good god dang? Who cares that you're a black woman? Miss me with that, man. And I'm only talking to her like this because I would love that if one of my brilliant daughters end up, having a job like Congress or a congresswoman or a senator, and they started to be all, hood with their speech and whatnot, I would like for somebody to check them and be like, yo, you ain't got to do all that, sweetheart. First of all, we know you're not from the hood. Relax. Your father was from the hood, but y'all not from the hood. Y'all was raised in the suburbs with a loving mother and father who never beat y'all, who never disrespected you, who put education first. So all of that other stuff about you trying to be a hood rat, gangster chick, put that to the side. Only reason why they do that is so that they can tap dance for their people that believe in them. That's what rappers do. Rappers get out there and they lie about doing the most debaucherous things. Why? Because the most dirty their lyrics are, the more we will buy their music. The more we will believe that they are who they are. You gotta say you killed like 5 people this morning during breakfast. You gotta go get 15 tattoos on your face to let me know that you are as gangster as you claim you are. I am gangster. Look at all these tattoos on my face. I'm gangster. I promise you I'm gangster. And even most of them are soft as damn cotton. Y'all soft as ice cream. And y'all putting it out to these people that we are the most gangsterous and we out here, we can kill, we can do all this other stuff. I just don't like this victimhood stuff that's going on. And that's the only reason why I spend so much time on this, because I think it's BS. For real. I'm just letting you know. And I don't care too much about Stephen A. I'm just letting you know that. Stephen A is getting his money. Stephen A is doing his thing. But Stephen A is an opportunist. Stephen A is a centrist because it benefits him. That's it. A lot of people get all excited when he takes a position that serves, that points out that conservatives are doing a great job or that Trump is doing a great job. Yeah, because it's somebody big saying it and it's newsworthy and it goes viral because a lot more people share it. I get you on that. But he's just an opportunistic, capitalistic centrist is what he is. And I ain't got no issue with that because that's his job. He's a journalist. Well, no, he's not. He's, for sports, he's a journalist. I don't know what he's calling himself nowadays. Podcaster, whatever the case may be. And again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's just that I don't give a damn whether he speaks about it or not. I don't care what he talks about. All right? At all. But I know Jasmine Crockett is not hurt by it. I know Joy Reid is not hurt by it. And I know Don Lemon, he's probably hurt by it because he feels like he has to be. Why? Because he's still trying to play that role of a woman. And he think he has to be hurt by it. I need to be offended by it. I need to take offense by it because you guys are hurt by it. Nah, brother. The best thing you can do for black women is to be an upstanding black man. That's the best thing you can do. And guess what? You're not doing that. Whew. All right. That was my 2 pennies. Let me see what else I wanted to show to you guys. Dang it. Yeah. Okay. We got one more. Well, we got actually 2 more. So this guy that's being voted into office, this is one thing I hate. If you become a politician in the United States, you can't be waving no flags of other countries. I don't give a damn where you from. Ilhan Omar, all these other people, I can care less where you from. You're going to have to stop this. This dude, Omar Fateh, who is now trying to become the mayor of Minneapolis, he's still saying that he belongs to Somalia. I hate that. Go into office in Somalia. How in the hell are people being voted into office and they're putting it out there that they're not here to represent America? They're here to represent other countries. How is that even possible? Why are people even voting for him? And then you have, because of EBT shortage, people aren't getting their EBT. You got people that are getting out there and saying, if you try to stop anyone from stealing groceries, you will die. Don't know if y'all seen this yet, but check it out.
And I just want to come on here and say to you people.
Hold on one second. Let me move this off the screen right here. Where is it? God daggone Don Lemon.
And I just want to come on here and say to you people that be standing in front of the stores and the Good Samaritans and all of that, when November 1st come, and if they don't uplift this shutdown for these SNAP benefits, I'm going to need y'all to mind y'all business. Please mind y'all business. Those people, they trying to feed their kids, and they trying to go home and just feed their kids. And I would I would hate for you to not be able to make it back to your family and for you to not be able to make it back home because you trying to save these billionaire companies. You hear me? of their funds when they actually have insurance on every box of macaroni in there. So just mind your business and go on. And if you gonna be a good Samaritan and you gonna stand there and you gonna pay and you gonna do all of that, do your part. Do your part. But for those that are out there trying to do what the fuck they gotta do, please leave them people alone and let them take that food back to their kids. Let them take that meal back to their kids. Let them feed their kids. Let them feed their husbands and their fathers and their mothers, and all that shit don't have nothing to do with you. Because when all this shit is over, you either will be here or you won't. I'ma just say that. Either you gonna make it out or you won't. Because people are not gonna let you come in between their kids' next meal. Who the fuck are you? I'm trying to figure it out. Just mind your business. Don't get to taking pictures. Put your phones away. Put the fucking phones away. What are you recording them for? So what are they supposed to do? They supposed to let their kids just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go all into it, but they supposed to just let their kids just go without? Because the government is having a kindergarten argument? Get the fuck up out of here. Like, mind your business. Do what you do. And go home. And lock your door. Because you're about to see the beast come out of a lot of people that y'all ain't seen. The people that didn't even know that they had that in them. If they do not fix this, you will see a side out of people that you'll be like, damn, I don't even know that person. Yeah, get the fuck out their way and let them do what they gotta do. That's all I'm saying. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than the program. This is bigger than all of that. And people are gonna be loyal to their kids and to their families before they be loyal to who you are out here trying to do right. When most of y'all that will be trying to have not been in their shoes before. Don't try and wear the shoe, bitch, because it ain't your size.
Instead of spending 3 minutes telling people to not snitch on thieves or not record thieves or not try to stop thieves, how about you speak to the thieves and tell them to get a hustle, to get a job, to do something else? Because in the real world, nobody's coming to save us but ourselves. If we don't get out there and work, we don't eat. We can't depend on any organization or institution to take care of us for the long haul. Maybe, temporarily, but you need to be speaking to the people who might think about going up in these stores and risking their freedom for some macaroni and cheese, for some hamburger meat, for some canned goods, for anything. Here's the thing. You're doing these people a disservice by not addressing them and letting them know that they have the power to bring finances back to their families. Black people, we have been complaining all this time, talking about we built this country. We look better. We dress better. We talk better. We got more talents and gifts. We've invented way more important things for this country. Okay. And now the federal government is not supplying them with EBT and SNAP benefits. Where's all that we're great and we can do it ourselves? We've built the nation. We can build it again. Where's all of that? Where is the community coming together and saying that we need to start a community business? We need to start something that will feed everybody. Where's that attitude, rather than saying these people are about to go up in these buildings and steal for themselves and they're trying to feed their families? Yeah, they've been trying to feed their families for years off of the taxpayers' dime. And now taxpayers are tired of their sugar honey iced tea and they want them to be held accountable just like they would be held accountable. If I go up in a store and I steal, guess what? I'm just going to let you know this. It would benefit me and my family a whole lot if I didn't have to pay for groceries. It would benefit me a whole lot if I didn't have to pay for anything. Like if I could just walk up in the store and put it in a cart and just walk out and put it in my truck, it will benefit me a lot. I will save a lot of money. I will be able to do more for my family with the money that I would have spent. But instead, I got my items for free. But you can't just go around taking whatever you want. That's not real life, sweetheart. If you go into a store and you try to steal something and you get caught, your kids won't have a mother for the next couple of years or a few months or however long it take for whatever you got arrested for. If you do months, years, whatever the case may be, you made that decision. Just like you made the decision to have kids. All these people that are on SNAP benefits, if they are not injured or they can't take care of themselves because of something deeper than an injury, some mental incapacity or something, whatever the case may be, if you are a healthy man or woman and you have the capability of getting out there and working to take care of yourself, I don't give a damn about you or your health benefits. I mean, I love you like a play cousin, and I hope you get up on your horse and do what you need to do. But don't you point fingers at me, the person that's paying that for your kids to eat, as if I owe you something. I don't owe you a damn thing, just like you don't owe me anything. Before I go to the grocery store, I don't call you up and say, hey, can I borrow $13? I'm thinking about picking up some food for my family. No, I don't, because I plan on doing that myself. And if I can't buy it, I don't get it. Period. Get on your horse. Get some stuff done. Start putting all your talents and gifts into a basket and figure out something. Figure out a plan B, C, D, and E. Stop always thinking that the federal government is going to be here. This right here should be a wake-up call to many people. Instead of sitting and stewing in your anger and misery, thinking about all of the places that you're going to go steal from, you could be coming up with a master plan that could change you and your family's trajectory forever. Am I in la la land? Am I delusional? Probably. But what I do know is that the Lord blessed us with everything we need in order to be blessed. Period. And guess what? I'm not saying anything to you that I wouldn't say to my kids. And my kids are 20, 23, 26, and 28. And I love them dearly. And if they ever fell on hard times, they know that me and their mom, if we got it, then we're going to help them out. But that's not a flex, and that's not an excuse for somebody that don't have a mother and father to bail them out. Why? Because the whole point of getting married and having a family is so that you can build that community, that inner community that will support everybody that comes from that bloodline. But you and everybody that's on these EBT and SNAPs, well, a lot of them that's on it, they don't believe in that. Also, I want to put it to you that majority of the people who are on EBT and SNAP are not even American citizens. Look this, I mean, well, they're not black and they're not white. I will say that they are American citizens. Let me put that out there. They are American citizens, but they're immigrants. Like, they come here simply to get money from the country. They get their visa, they fill out their paperwork, they start getting their money, and they are Afghans at 45.6%. Black people are getting it at, where we at? 24.8%, 24.9%. White people are getting that 8.6%. Everybody else is getting to the government bag. The great majority of the 40 million people who are on SNAP benefits are not black and white. They are other: Somali, 42.4%, Iraqi, 34.8%, Dominican, 34.4%, Caribbean, 28.2%, Native, 27.6%, Puerto Rican, 27.2%, Cuban, 25.2%, Black, 24.9%. But we all act like it's only a black poor thing. No, it's not. And it's not only a white thing either. Oh, the white people, they take advantage of it too. Yeah, they do. And if they are taking advantage of the system and not what they're capable of, then they need to lose it too. Nobody's above criticism when it comes to this. Everybody should be putting themselves in position to take care of their families, not only for a season, but for generations to come. And if you're not doing that, then you're not following God's law. Period. It's something that we got to do. When me and my wife grew up, when we started our family, we had WIC, for a few months. We had WIC probably longer than that. I would say a few months. It's probably like 6 months. Like for my baby's milk, for my daughter that's 28 years old right now. We needed Persobi, Enfamil. I think she used lactose free. I think she used the lactose free Enfamil. So that's the one we use, and we got the juicy juices, the little certificates. We had whatever's on those certificates you can get, and we used to take those joints to the store, and we used to get our stuff. The government used to help us out while we was trying to get on our feet, and then when we no longer needed them, we stopped using them. That's not what a lot of Americans are doing. A lot of people who are coming here, they are taking advantage of our government funding, and they are putting it back into their businesses and to their families, and they're bringing more people over from their countries that they come from, and they are taking advantage of our funding and our money. We need to do better. This little scallywag sat in her car and talked for 3 minutes telling people to just turn away when you see people stealing stuff in their bags with the groceries and you're standing right behind them, ready to pay for your stuff. I'm going to have something to say too. God dang it. What's up, Nene?
Hey, what's going on?
Ain't much at all, just live streaming.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and do your thing. I'll talk to you after.
No. You already here now.
Oh.
You already here now. What? Hey guys, this right here, Nene, she's one of my people. She's one of my VIPs. She's doing her thing. We about to meet so we can discuss whatever we're going to discuss. But guys, she is on fire, and she's also one of our LFR family content creators. So you're going to see her on this channel doing content as well. She's already done some content, and yeah. But do you have anything to say about today's lay of the land with regard to politics, social norms, EBT, immigration, Trump, anything? Jasmine
I have
Crockett.
so much to say. Where do you want me to start? First off, I know that New York, anybody on here from New York, y'all better wake up. Do not vote this guy, Zoran Mondami. And I really don't understand how he was able to primary. All right. This dude, not only are the policies that he's bringing up impossible to do, and I'm surprised that Governor Cuomo was our previous governor, didn't state on some of those debates that, hey, this is impossible to do. According to our charter, our government laws, our city charter, what you're proposing to do is impossible. You have contracted workers that work for the city, and it's just not, like talking about free bus care, free bus service and train service. How are you going to do that? And then he claims that he's making it safer for the bus drivers. How? When you're going to have homeless people, you're going to have illegal immigrants, you're going to have everybody getting on the bus that normally wouldn't ride the bus because they don't have the fare. So if anything, you're going to make it worse. Not only that, I believe that he is doing something that the Islamists call taqiyya. And taqiyya is, it's religiously righteous according to Islamic law, where you can lie to infidels. You can lie to what they call useful idiots. You are a useful idiot if you do not align with Allah, if you are not Islamic, if you are not under submission to Islam. That's what Islam means. That they can lie to you and tell you whatever they want to do. And the next thing you know, they're in, and New York City is looking like the UK, looking like Germany, looking like Italy, looking like parts of Switzerland. And you don't want that. They also have Sharia law. So their laws, their Islamic laws can usurp your laws within the city. And they can legally do it if you put them in government. So that's the most pressing thing to me right now. I just want New Yorkers to wake up and vote Cuomo. And I hate to say it, he's the lesser of two evils. And believe me, my father passed during COVID. My father was one of those people that were in the nursing homes when he passed. You know, a lot of people look at Cuomo, oh, well, you know, he didn't do right by the elders. They were all put in nursing homes, blah, blah, blah. I get that. I feel that same thing. But what's pressing New York is far more important than dealing with that issue right now. And as far as I'm concerned, some of you might mention, hey, Curtis Lewa, he's a good, you know, person to vote for. I feel like Curtis Lee was being selfish. You know that the race right now is really between Cuomo and Mondami. Sliwa has maybe 20 or 30% of the vote. So if people vote for Sliwa, if you have some people voting for Sliwa and some people voting for Cuomo, what's going to happen in the end? Mondami's going to win because that vote's going to be split. So if Curtis Sliwa is not unselfish enough to pull himself from the race, to realize what's in danger for his city, then you shouldn't be mayor. You shouldn't even be considered running for office in New York City because you don't have the heart of the constituents at play here.
You cooking when it comes to Mondani. I actually just now did a couple of videos about him, some of the relationships that he has. Some people who hate this country, and he is buddy with them. And he won't even communicate about it. When he's asked about some of these people, he just acts as if it does not even matter. He's like, I don't even want to address it. But I'm hoping that people like AOC take full accountability for what she helped build with her whole socialist agenda in New York. I hope she takes it. I hope she really sees. I hope that this goes well, but I think that Mamdani is going to win. I'm just hoping that all of the fears that's coming from the Nation of Islam doing videos all over New York talking about they're going to turn every household into Islam. They're trying. They have this takeover spirit. That right there is very detrimental to what we've been building for years and years and years.
Yeah. But that's part of the agenda. That's part of their religion. It's written in their Quran, you know, this ideology. So it's not like, you know, sometimes people will look at it. And I realize this talking to my friends, that a lot of people don't know what Islam is all about. They just see people walking around with kufis and, you know, all of this kind of stuff. And they go into their mosque and they don't really express what their beliefs are. No one really knows their beliefs until you start to look into the Quran. I had a prophet warn us in the 80s about a Muslim takeover. And it's not to say that all Muslims are bad. They're not. I know some people that are wonderful. But when you talk about the Islamists believe in the Quran to the fullest. You know, like you have checkbox Christians, right? They call themselves Christian, but they don't really practice the faith. The Islamists practice the faith to the fullest, jihad and all, okay? And it was very telling to me when I put the question on Facebook to some of my friends and family that were Muslim, okay? What does taqiyya mean? When they walk around, when they do that pilgrimage at Hajj and they walk around that rock, right? And they chant different things. I found out that the chants that they're saying are death to the infidels, the Jew first, and then the Christian. And when I ask these things on social media, deadly silence, no response. That to me is very telling. Now, if you ask me anything about Christianity, I can defend that. I can talk about that. And I can be honest about it.
Right.
But not them.
Well, that's why we need to continue to we need to push our own agenda. And if it's love, if it's God, if it's family first, if it's America first, then we need to continue to do just that. I'm about to close out the show right now so we can get to my meeting because I don't want to be rude to my people. Nene, thank you so much for joining me in the conversation. I'm going to pull you off for just a second. Y'all show some love. Say hello to Nene. Y'all will see more of her shortly. All right. All right. So thank y'all again for pulling up, guys. Please do not forget that we have the podcast going on. It's inside the link below in the descriptions below. Also, we got hatsforsale.com. Make sure y'all check that out. Put in LFR 10 in order to get 10% off. Here it is again for those who have not seen it. Let me pull this off the screen. All right, and share this one right here, so you guys can see it. And make sure y'all check it out, man. Thanks again for pulling up, guys. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. Here we go.
We got them hats, got 'em. We got them hats, got 'em, got 'em. We got them hats, yes, yes. We got them hats, yeah, we got them hats. You name it, we got it. You cop it, we ship it, we drop it right to your door. Ship it, drop it right to your door.
I'm looking for a hat, drive around town and I need a cat. Where do I go? Where do I go? I got hatsforsale.com.
You see what you like, you buy it, we ship it, it's coming your way. It's coming, ship it, it's coming your way.
For everybody that participated in Super Chats and everything, guys, thank you so much. Y'all are absolutely lovely, man. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. Y'all appreciate me. And we will continue to build over this bad boy, man. Continue to check out LFR Family whenever we go live. And if you're looking to start your YouTube channel, make sure that you get the course that's in the very first link in the descriptions below. And if you want to hear about the VIP, what we got going on there, or consulting, if you're a business owner, artist, content creator, or coach, and you just want guidance, like guidance on where your channel should go or where your brand should go, reach out to me via email with the word coach, and we will get it popping. Love y'all. See y'all on the next one. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.